meeting to order Thursday, January the 23rd, 2025, 5 p.m. First thing is roll call. Randall Bowles was here, Jeff Long here, Robin Melton
Here.
here,
Go, guys.
Patrick McCurdy here, and Roger Cox here, all present. Okay, number 3 is approve the minutes dated January 9, 2025. We had time to look over them.
Yeah, the only thing we didn't put a vote to, on the,
No, we're gonna do that under old business. Not singing this out. Okay. So, we need to, on, under old business down here, where we talked about the, holiday pay for the full-time employees. The minutes just says that it was suggested every county employee get the same number of, holidays between every county needs to be full-time employee, instead of every half-time, part-time don't get it, just needs to say full-time employee.
Where is that?
Okay, down there under old business, where it says, I suggested that every county
Oh, okay.
employee gets, the same number of holidays. The put between every county, change that to every full-time employee. Okay. With that correction, anybody else got anything they need corrected or changed on it? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve.
I'll approve.
Motion by Roger,
Second.
second by Jeff. All four say yes. Aye.
Yes.
All four. Number 4 is update from the judicial commissioner. Ms. Brittany, you take it.
The only update I have is, the sheriff department filmed space for us for 2 filing cabinets. So, that's really all I got.
Okay, well, that work, where you,
For now, I mean, I'd like to have an office if ever possible, but, I mean, filing cabinets will do.
so we need to get you 2 lock and filing cabinets. Okay. Anybody wanna make a motion, we send the budget committee to get the judicial commissioner 2 lock and filing cabinets to keep the files in?
I make the motion.
Jeff makes a motion, got a second?
Second.
Patrick, second. Roll call. Jeff Long,
Yes.
Robin Melton,
Yes.
Roger Carr,
Yes.
Patrick McCurdy.
Yes.
And Randall Bowles, yes, all 4. So we'll send that to the budget committee to get that done for you, Ms. Brittany.
Thank you.
Number 5 is update for the sheriff's department.
They're not here.
The sheriff's not here. Okay. We'll go to number 6 to the update from the ambulance service.
A few things. Through the Homeland Security grant, or through the Homeland Security Council, I had requested and secured a brand new, it's a new generator light set. It's towable, so we can take it out to scenes if we need to or whatever. And it was about $25,000 value, so we got that at no cost. We need to bid on the last grant that we got. We'll need to bid that Life Pack 35. I think it's sole source, but I couldn't get a sole source letter. The video laryngoscopes, those are sole source, and I did get a sole source letter from the manufacturer, and those are sold only through Boundary. But Stryker purchased Physio Control and Life Pack, and so I'm pretty sure I can get a sole source letter on the Life Pack 35. We won't have to bid it, but we'll have to be purchasing those things pretty soon. And so the video laryngoscopes was around, I think they were $1,300 a piece, and we requested 10. And then the Life Pack 35 is $50,000. I don't know if that has to go through budget to go ahead and secure that. Of course, it's a reimbursement grant that we got, so once we get it, then we'll be able to get our money back. And I did already turn in for the that was $44,600 for the liquid springs that we put underneath the ambulances, so that will go back into general fund. And then there was another, I want to say around 32 or 33,000 for the load system that we had to purchase for one of the new ambulances. It didn't come with it, and so that will go back into general fund as well. So I've got those invoices, and I'm fixing to send those for reimbursement from the state. And I assume, Connie, those will come down through you, and that'll be taken care of.
Okay.
Well, any of that have to go to the budget committee. Since we've already approved the grant and
No.
we done got it. What about we just need to bid out the Life Pack?
Chris, did you say that Stryker is the company that has the life pack?
Yeah, Stryker is the one that they bought Physio Control,
Do you know,
and
do you know if Stryker is part of Sourcewell or Savage purchasing unit?
I don't know.
Okay, well, we can find that out, and then if not, we'll bid.
Okay, all right. And I'll bounce around here before we get to the HMPG grant. The state of Tennessee passed a law last year that they would provide, like they do law enforcement, a training stipend for all the EMS employees, as long as they attended and took care of 40 hours of training within a 12-month calendar year. And that has been done, and these employees qualify for that. And so I don't know if we need to approve that, to send that to the state and like Connie, I think they're gonna send it in one lump sum to you, and then you would take taxes out and whatever,
Okay,
and then that would go to the employee.
yeah, it's been a supplement, you probably don't have to get it approved, but if you want to, that's fine. Since it's the first year, I don't know how they're gonna do it exactly, but I did ask a few months ago if it was still on target for it, and they said yes, so now they're saying that we are gonna get it.
Yeah, they just released it. They didn't have the form ready.
Okay, is it
And
800 a person?
It's $800 a person, and we
Okay.
have 15, 24 people that will
Oh,
qualify.
that's good. I'll have to
Yeah.
get that to Teresa so she knows which ones to process it.
Do you need this list?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we need to,
If you want to approve it, that's fine.
yeah, I think we will. Before you go on, Chris, let's.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Anybody wanna make a motion, we approve that full-time employee statement?
Absolutely.
Supplement employees. Patrick made a motion, anybody want a second?
Is this what he just talked about, $800?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll second it. Okay. Second by Roger. I'll let Robbie get caught up and then we'll call the roll on it. Patrick.
Okay,
Patrick, Roger, okay.
Well,
Okay, we'll take a roll call on that. Roger Carr,
yes.
Patrick McCurdy,
Yes.
Robbie Melton,
yes.
Jeff Long,
Yes.
and Randall Boswell, yes. And on that number, who they're on, life packs. We don't know if we need to bid them out or not, but look, I'd like to get a motion to send it to the budget committee in case we do need to bid it out, so the budget committee can bid it out. Patrick made a motion to, send the life packs to the budget committee in case we need to bid them. Got a second on that?
Second.
Roger seconds. Roger, we hitched up.
Okay.
Okay, call the roll on that. Jeff Long,
Yes.
Robbie Melton,
Yes.
Roger Carr,
Yes.
Patrick McCurdy,
Yes.
Randall Boswell, yes. Okay. That way, if we do have to bid it, we'll already have it sent to budget to do it, and won't have to wait. Okay, you want to go down?
Yeah, down here, Dr. Presley called me the other day and we were going over statistics and some other things, and we just, for giggles, did the 2023 stats for the medical examiner's office. I don't know if any of y'all know, the medical examiner, is Dr. Presley, and he does that at no cost for us. And he guides us, we're what's called medical investigators or assistant medical examiners. And those folks are Charles Smith, Robbie Shetley in the back there, Sean Reese back there as well, Caleb Sales, Rocky Dial, Eric Stevens, Shane Walker, myself, and of course Dr. Presley. And what happens is when someone passes away, we go to the home and we validate, we pronounce the patient there at the home, rather than having to take them to the hospital, incur an expense for a doctor to say, pronounce them deceased. So we do that, and that saves the family money. The ambulance service as well is never charged to go to those calls and to transport the body back to whatever funeral home that they desire. And so that's a service that we've provided. And we've done, it looks like we had he signed 337 death certificates. We did 88 on-scene investigations that year. Our autopsy expenses for that year was $63,872. And then of course the cost of the county was $0. If you had to pay that, and Dr. Presley did the stats on this, so I don't know where he got his numbers, but anyway, that would have cost the county $196,500 to pay people to go and do those things. So that's a saving to the taxpayers.
Absolutely.
That we are doing it at no cost. And it's just, it's Overton Countyans going out to Overton Countyans home and being with them during their time of need and distress, and trying to make things better as far as the process of everything as it goes, explaining to them what's going to happen and what's going on and those types of things. So,
196,000.
yeah, 196,500 is what he came up with. Of course, that would have been his fee too. He's a little more expensive than the rest of us. So the hazardous mitigation preparedness grant, I was contacted by the state and said, hey, you guys really need to try and think about applying to this. What this is where we had a federally declared disaster in 2024 with Hurricane Helene and the folks over in East Tennessee. The governor the president released approximately $100 million in aid for hazardous mitigation. Mitigation is saying that you're going to do things that are preemptive prior to a disaster, whichever it might be. And so those HMPG grants, like the city could use that funding to purchase the property over by the city lake that gets flooded every year. They could purchase and do studies to find out why it's flooding, or whatever it may be, and the county can do the same. One thing that I thought was interesting was that they were, they're very proactive on providing generators to public facilities like fire departments, like this building that was built. I don't remember if this building was wired for a generator, but I know a generator was never purchased. And so we can actually purchase a generator. Now, there is a cost. The federal government pays 75%. The state of Tennessee pays 12.5%, which leaves another 12.5% that would be at a cost to the county. So if you borrow $100,000, you're gonna pay 12.5% of that, which will be 12,000. Well, 12.5, yeah. And so I don't know exactly what a generator would cost for this building. That was one of the thoughts that I had, was to, make sure we had continuity of government in the event of a large-scale disaster, whatever it might be. And that we place a generator here, and if you wanted to go for anything bigger and better than that, then we could. And I have a gentleman that's over the grants, knows everything there is about it. If you want me to get him on the phone, he said he'd be happy to speak with y'all.
Any of these on top of the gentleman Chris talking about?
I guess we can find out. The expense is gonna be, make sure, transfer bar, what they call
Generator.
Transfer switch.
them, transfer switch and everything, and make sure, like you said, this is wired for.
Right, and I don't know, I estimated about 250,000 if the building was not wired, because that will take quite a bit of work. But I think the building was wired, there just wasn't a generator purchased. Do you remember?
No, do you remember, I think it is wired, but do you remember whether it was wired to a generator or not? Your grade, this building here.
Yeah, it was, yeah, it's wired for generator.
So that would reduce your cost
Yeah, I
quite a
was
bit.
thinking it was.
You know, but that was in the plan when I built it.
And then, like I said, it can be more than one location, but I don't know how much y'all wanna start out with. But, I'd be happy to get him on the phone if you want me to, if you have any questions.
And maybe preliminary, we're gonna find out if it's wired, then how many watts or amps it's good for. That will determine if generator we get, correct?
Who did the,
WNO.
WNO would probably be the one to answer that question. The only problem is that we have to file this by the end of the month, which is a short distance away, and that's the reason I asked that we bring this up at this meeting.
Are there any other buildings that need generators?
I don't know about your new community center out in Monroe, and here's the thing, we can file, we can apply and just not do it.
Right.
We don't have to do that, there's nothing that says we have to. We're not obligating ourselves unless we follow through with it.
Okay.
But they were just saying, if we're gonna do it, we need to turn our paperwork in by the end of the month. And then if you decide you don't wanna do it, then we can always back up at the pump. And I don't know about any of the fire departments. I know Hardy's Chapel has one down there, but I'm not thinking any of the other fire departments have one.
We don't have
I
one.
got a question. Why wouldn't you do it for the ambulances and the sheriffs before this bill?
Well, you can,
They're more important than this thing.
Everybody got
but the
it.
sheriff has a generator and I've got a generator already over there at the ambulance. Now we can
So
put it,
they've already got one?
yeah.
I didn't know.
Ours is small, and we traded with the nursing home some years back. And actually, it's sitting over at Darwin's place over there to be installed, but it just hasn't been installed yet. You wanna talk to him?
I don't know what we need to find out what size we need.
And that would be, yeah, that's a
That's
good
for
question for this building. And it doesn't have to be this building, it can be wherever you want me, wherever you want to put one. It's just that they believe that there's gonna be over 130 million in that pot. Right now, there's about 73, they're saying. And by the time it's said and done, there's gonna be about, they believe they're estimating 130 million. Now, some of that will go to those folks in East Tennessee, but they do not believe that the East Tennessee folks will use that pile of money up, and they don't want to give it back to the federal government. That's what it amounts to.
Well, I make a motion, then we, go after the grant, let's say 200,000, and then we could use up to that, is that?
Well, it's,
We're not obligated for the 200,000, if it'd be 75,000, then we just leave 125 on the table, that would work.
is that, do we need to put an amount, do we have to put an amount on, or is it an open end?
No, we'll have to put an amount on it, yeah.
Yeah, make a motion, send, Patrick makes a motion, to send the budget to be looked at there, to, put an amount on it. That way, by then, we can know, we can find out how much wattage we've got here to hook to.
That's it, yeah.
I'm sure it's in the blueprints.
Sorry,
Not
Chris,
who
I
ever
come
done
in
it.
late. What was the grant, what kind of grant is it?
It's that hazardous mitigation preparedness grant, that federal grant that the president gives whenever there's a big disaster.
So it's sent to the budget committee for how much?
I guess we'll decide then.
For them to decide the amount.
For the budget committee to decide the amount to apply for. Do you have to have the amount when you apply for the end of the month?
At the end of the month, I'll have to have a dollar number.
So
Sure.
your budget meeting will need to meet soon.
Yeah, we got a budget meeting next, we'll have to put that under new business on it then. Yeah,
The grant is
the grant on.
on budget, but we may have to meet on Monday to determine.
Oh, okay, all right.
Okay, so Pat's made the motion, do we have a second?
We got a motion by Patrick, second by Roger. We'll do a roll call on that too. Randall Boswell, yes. Jeff Long,
Yes.
Patrick McCurdy.
Yes.
Roger Carr.
Yes.
Robin Melton,
Yes.
all four.
I talked to him, but I don't think it's gonna do.
I was gonna say, I'll be happy to provide you with his phone number, and he loves grants.
All right.
So he'll be a bubbly kind of guy to talk about a grant, so.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Anything else, Mr. Chris?
No, sir, that's all I have.
Thank you. Okay, number 7 is any old or new business. And, so,
Would you go over that correction again for me to be sure I get it right?
okay, on, where it says, Randall suggested every county employee, put between every county, put full-time, every full-time county employee.
Gets what?
Gets the same number of holidays.
Okay.
All right. We sent that, those life packs, and then motion send in the budget to be voted on, didn't
Yes.
it? Okay, so that's, anybody that's got anything under old or new business?
Not all they pay.
The holiday pay for them.
Yeah, to, okay, yeah, we need on, old business to, a motion to send the holiday pay to the salary committee. For them to look at, and then the salary committee can send it to the budget committee. Motion by Patrick, second by, yeah. Jeff Long.
It's all right.
Robbie Melton,
Yes.
Patrick McCurdy.
Yes.
Jeff Long,
Yes.
Roger Carr,
Yes.
Randall Boswell, yes. All four, okay. Anything else? Anybody out in Auburn, anything they wanna say before we,
Yeah, I would. I'd like to ask Chris two questions.
if it's okay with him, it's okay with me.
Is that okay?
Sure.
Okay. Can you get the ambulance people as much money as, 911 gets paid? Cause my understanding, and I do have it on video, you said they make over $22 an hour out there. So, but the ambulance people don't. They don't make that much. So, in my opinion now, the ambulance folks need to be making a whole lot more than 911.
911 dispatcher starts out at $12.50 an hour.
Well, you sit right here and said it.
There are some that
You
make
and
it,
John Garrett both was here. I've got it on video where you said it.
and I'm proud you do.
So that
But
way
there are
that-
people out there
I
that have
know
been
that
there
I'm not
for over
lying.
20 years that do make $20 an hour. They probably
What
should
about
be
our
making 30 or
ambulance
40.
people, though?
And they're making $20+ an hour that have been there for that length of time. It's all based on the amount of time
What
that
are
you've
they
been
starting
there.
out at?
They're starting out at $16.50.
1650.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well, do you think you can work 2 24-hour jobs?
2 24-hour jobs?
Mhm.
Are you saying, can I run the ambulance service? And the
I'm
911
asking you
center?
if you think you can do
Has
it.
it been running for the last year?
I don't know whether
Do you
it has
have
or
any
not, I'm
complaints?
just asking.
Do you have any complaints, Miss Lois?
I'm just asking
Do
you.
you have any complaints, Miss Lois?
About what?
About anything?
I didn't say I had complaints.
Okay,
I just asked
Do
you,
you think-
could you do both?
I can do both. And I've been doing it for the last year.
How can you do it?
Well, I work until about 8 or 10 o'clock at night usually.
Yeah, but that's 2 24 hours a day job. 2.
I understand. I understand what you're
How are
saying.
you gonna have any time for your family or anything?
I don't work weekends, if that helps.
It's still your job though.
I'm on call 24/7, no matter if I'm just doing 911 or if I'm just doing the ambulance service, man. Now, I'm trying to save the county $50,000 or $48,000. Y'all wanna give me $98,000 to run the ambulance service, right? That's what the pay I was told. I offered to do it for 50, and that's exactly what I'm doing it for. And so I'm saving the county $48,000 right now, this year. I offered to drop the pay, and that's what I'm doing.
I don't know how much it pays.
That's what it pays. If I was to actually put down the hours that they want me to put down, or that full-time salary. If I was on salary, that's what they would pay me.
Well, that is a salary, isn't it?
No, they're making me do an hourly rate right now.
The county is making you do hourly.
Is that not right, Ms. Scott?
How
And
can
so-
they do that?
I don't even put down all the hours that I work. This way.
It's,
Because he is the
it's,
interim.
it's
right
where,
now.
it's where he's
not-
interim,
He's the interim right now.
that's written it's hourly instead of salary, Ms. Lois.
What are we doing?
If he was hard, then it would go to the salary instead of hourly.
But 911 is salary.
Yeah.
Right now, we're doing what, is it 30 hours a week, Chris? So you're putting down 30 hours a week right now?
Yes, sir.
Paid hourly.
Yeah, hourly. 30 hours a week.
Anything else?
And he does a good job.
No,
Thank you.
no, I just wanted to know
Okay.
how anybody can do two 24-hour jobs.
He's a Superman. We
Anybody
got a
else?
good one. We got a guy who can do it all. I think it's awesome.
Superman shot himself. Remember?
No, I don't watch cartoons. I don't know.
Anybody else got anything they wanna talk about before we adjourn?
Can I say something?
Sure can.
My name's Morgan, I work at the ambulance service under Chris, and I just wanted to say that since he's been our interim director, that things over at the station have significantly improved. I think he does a good job of trying to keep morale high, which is hard, and I think he does a good job of being on call even when he's not supposed to be. You could call Chris at 10 o'clock and he'd answer. So I just wanted you guys to know that, like, I appreciate that Chris is our director, and I know that he does a lot on 911 and for Overton EMS, but it's never felt like one was more of a priority than the other, at least to me. And I'm one of the newer employees. I've only been with Overton for roughly 2-ish years, and I also don't have family out here. I live alone, and this Overton EMS is my family, so to have Chris kind of be over it all, it also just brings me a little bit of comfort. But yeah, I just wanted you guys to know from an employee that, like, he does a good job and he shoots us right, and he's working to make things better and so on and so forth, but yeah, I just wanted to say that.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Anybody else?
I just wanna say that this is not personal, this is nothing personal, and I commend Chris for stepping up, doing what he's done. The constituents feel like Chris is being stretched thin with all his jobs. And they feel like that those jobs deserve a 40-hour week. That's the decision, you know?
And I can understand that, and I see what she's saying too, like, these are full-time jobs, like both of them, but if it's not broken out, anything needs to be fixed, because I think that he's.
What if he gets sick though? And you can't do neither one of them parts?
Then the ambulance will come get it.
That may be, but somebody's gotta run it.
Supervisors, I mean, 2 out of your 3 shift supervisors are here tonight as well, and I'm sure that they've brought this stuff up and.
And I personally think you need more money.
All right,
He raises, so I mean, that was pretty great.
we've got another meeting at 5:30 and we're running over. Anybody else? If not, our next scheduled meeting is for Thursday, February the 13th, 2025 at 5:30 p.m. Motion to adjourn. Motion to Jeff, second to Roger. All four say aye. We are adjourned.